What's up, everybody? Savard Davis, aka Davis Backwards. I'm here with my brothers. Our show is Safe Space. Sincerity ain't for everybody. I'm actually the only brother that Allen Iverson sees and doesn't embrace and cry. So I'm gonna actually pass it off to my brothers and let them introduce themselves as well, man.
Yo,
Jimmy.
what's really good, man? This is Jimmy, aka at JW the Blueprint on all socials from War Room Sports. Savard, I just want to say shout out to you. I see you still celebrating, a championship. You got the cape on and everything, man. What's good, man?
They superheroes, man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to myself, Philmatic 365 from the Tissue and the Tape podcast. I'll get you next time, Gadget. And you already know, man. I'm just praying for Wilder.
It's the boy Dev Mac of War Room Sports at War Room Sports, warroomsports.com. Let's go, gangsters! Definitely, congrats though, Savard. Congrats, man.
I appreciate that. I know
that elusive Super Bowl title.
I know people don't like when we talk about sports, but I mean, man, sports ain't for everybody, man.
Is it for Deontay Wilder though? That's what we need to know.
It's definitely not.
I doubt he's gonna hear this. Don't even ask how. But
oh no, he got it in the other ear, yo. He got the one piece earbud.
Nah, we got to just turn on the closed caption for homie.
There you go.
He done.
Can he read?
Whoa,
Murray
no.
at a little lamb.
Yeah, I'm sure he can read once them eyes heal though, because he was getting pummeled. It hurt. Yo, man. It wasn't quite the McGregor Mayweather race line, but we were in a live establishment. We were in the McDowell's version of Hooters, and yeah, they like when you could see like who was cheering for who. It was pretty interesting. So like, and
I need to hear more about this McDowell's version of Hooters. Like, what's it even called?
It's called Wing House.
Oh.
I mean, they wear black instead of orange. Their buns have no seeds.
Hooters
black is a new
Hooters
orange.
be false advertising.
Yeah, Hooters don't even be having Hooters. So I saw
They
like the
be false
McDowell's. At least do the fake version. Got like, you know what I'm saying? Rosie Perez's.
That's a modern thing though, Jim. Like they had intentions. They started out with intentions, but you can get discrimination lawsuits now. Yeah. They didn't hire me because I didn't have Hooters. Fucking places called Hooters, but
I suppose you ain't walking around with them Rosie Perez's, and by that I'm respecting Rosie Perez. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that smoke, but
I'm a caveman. I asked for a waitress.
Kanye bar, man.
She ain't got enough. Can I get another waitress?
D's, double D's. Rosie Perez.
Yeah, man. They was walking around with the T-Boz left eye and Chili's, and you like, no, man.
Yeah, you can't work.
I need a Dina Howard.
Yeah, some of them Pam Andersons.
Especially for the food not to be good. Like,
right
what's the attraction?
Right.
Oh, and that's where they smoke them, because the food's way better.
Ain't no 4K in there.
The food's way better, and they got more TVs.
4K is their retirement plan. There, it's not 401. It's 4.
By the way, Rosie Perez got mentioned in 2 episodes so far. That's fire. Because when did she get talked about anywhere else?
Boxing, actually. She went at the fight last night.
Was she?
Oh, I'm sure she was there. Same night, same fight.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't playing right.
But you know the one thing about the fight.
First of all, shout to the streets for making sure we all watch the fight. I'm just gonna say the streets, like Khaled, the streets. But go ahead though.
But now the one thing about now, I guess we're old men, guys of a certain age that we look at everything as being so 2020. Like when we were growing up, man, the Black Fight Party, man, it was an event, man. We don't have that anymore. Like besides the fact that we really don't have Super Bowl parties like that.
Shout out to the chip boxes.
Man, and that's the same. Even if you were pirating the joint, like you have it on your little legal cable box, and
invite some people over.
You just pirate the joint, watch it on your phone, have sleep.
Hold on, Bod. You remember two individuals that shall remain nameless that had illegal cable, and called the cable company to order the fight.
Oh yeah. Not their brightest moment. Not their brightest moment. That was terrible.
Oh man!
Shout out to B. Austin, because if he was here, he would name names if he knew him.
No, that
Austin just be naming names.
That's a real thing that happened.
B. Austin Treyway. But yo, I think Mike ended the fight party game, man, because Mike was getting cats out of here so fast that stopped having fight parties.
True.
Yeah, man. You go.
Because with him, you had to adjust
salad.
your arrival time. You actually had to come watch some prelims because the main event was going to be 6 seconds.
Yeah, you had to take pride in him actually approaching the ring. That was probably the best part of the fight.
And maybe it's because I'm washed and old now, but I feel like the main event's starting later these days. Like the main event started like midnight last night.
More fights in there. They be trying to pack more fights in there.
West Coast bias too.
Yeah.
The main event started today.
Yeah, they don't want to start the fights out there at 8:00. They rather start them at 9:30. So it's 12:30 everywhere else.
Man, is it our fault that they they somewhere in the future?
Right. It's crazy though. But I mean, listen, people were saying like, oh man, it's Black History Month, whatever. I'm like, man,
he got his black ass whooped.
Yeah.
I mean,
just like a lot of people in Black history.
I mean, if y'all want to be honest though, if y'all want to be really
black
honest,
ass whooped, and now he history.
If y'all want to be really honest though, like in both fights, my man only won a couple rounds. Like if not for that knockdown, he would have lost last. Like
exactly.
I think he should have lost with that knockdown.
Yo, both been watching him for a long time now.
Exactly.
I think the knockdown just get in boxing they always be like, well, you got to beat the champ. So the knockdown just gave them another excuse to say that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely.
Fight too.
But what I'm saying is, that if we keeping it real, he been watching him for like 2 fights, like
and they talking about a third fight. Like you don't want that, man.
But you know what? The only way to get a third fight was for this to happen, though.
My man blew his speakers.
He need to go fight and get them.
I ain't fighting that dude again, man. Sometimes you just gotta know. You gotta know.
Yeah.
I told B. Austin on our show, I'm like, yo, this gypsy boy man could actually box. Like y'all, you can clown him because he looked like Dev said, a boiled egg and all that.
Like a soft boiled egg, when they put it in the little dish. The dish is his shorts.
But he's a pugilist specialist. He a pugilist specialist, man. Like his head bobbing and he's jabbing. He can, you know what I mean?
We really listen to his neck though.
With a gut.
He look like Jokic's big brother.
The Polish hammer. Pause.
But yeah, he licked his neck.
Yeah, that was
he said he wanted to taste his blood.
That's kind of.
I think because these dudes really never disliked each other, but I think that's gonna cause some animosity when dude wake up and actually see that part of the footage.
When he wake up.
Yo, did y'all see him last night when the doc was? It looked like he was laying on the joint. It looked like they were performing an autopsy. He wasn't moving. I'm like, this dude might be dead.
Yeah, like,
hold up though.
Like they was about to give him the V cut.
Before y'all move away.
What do you mean? Is he dead?
Before y'all move away from this fight, man, how disrespectful was it my man to go like start performing karaoke after he didn't knocked you out and he's in the ring and perform karaoke with the whole crowd? Like, what is going on? You couldn't
even hear it because he busted your speaker. Come on, man.
It was in mono instead of stereo.
I sang one of the whitest songs ever.
Come on, man. That's kind of disrespectful. That's high key disrespectful.
Yeah. So he'll say nice stuff about him, but he keep doing this.
He got to fight that other boy that lost to the fat boy, so he can get all the belts.
Joshua. I mean, between them two, they got all the belts now. But if they had that in Wembley, they're gonna sell out $90,000.
That really should be his next fight before he take a third here.
Yeah, and then probably won't happen though.
Then the States.
No, you gotta fight in Wembley and get all that bread.
Yo, you gotta.
Because if he beat dude, then dude gonna want a rematch. So
get the pounds.
But do he really though? Anthony Joshua, by all accounts, might be a little bit of a coward.
Yeah.
Whoa!
So he might not want that.
No, he's a coward, yo.
But honestly though, I don't even know if it's him though. To me, it comes off, at least from watching interviews and hearing him talk, that it's the people that manage him.
And CTE, he's a semi-intelligent
and I feel like the people that manage him realize, because first of all, let's just be honest, Anthony Joshua is like a low-key IG model that figured out a way to get some bread by boxing. So I feel like his people like, yo, we gonna milk this for as much bread as possible, without like putting him in harm's way. I think he wants the certain fights, but they like, yo.
Yeah. I mean, plus when dudes
ain't good for
train
business
you
right
every
now.
day, they know what you really about.
They like, yo, this ain't good for business.
Wilder people knows what he's really about.
But this fight will be so big that even if he takes an L, at this point, the whole mystique of being undefeated is gone. So this might be too good for business, because you talk about, the British connection there, and they can have this in Wembley and put in 90,000 people.
That bag is going, and I think Wembley is 100 crazy. Is 100K for boxing.
Is it 100K?
Yeah, for boxing and wrestling.
That bag gonna be so crazy that they're gonna be like, look, we don't even care if you lose, dog. We gonna get this 100 mil.
Yeah, man. Go get it. Get beat about the face for like 3 rounds.
We don't care about your health, but this bag too big, so
stunt more on IG with that bag.
That's absolutely
getting
true.
This Floyd on.
So what? I lost. Go back to your miserable lives.
Oh, you going LeBron him?
Shout out to the kid from Akron.
Hashtag more than an athlete.
It's a group from Maryland that has filed some papers to talk about the trademarking of more than an athlete. By the way,
the papers.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it's always been funny to me that you can just trademark and copyright stuff that's everyday stuff. It's a part of the language. But at the same time, while LeBron's camp just tried to dismiss this, act like y'all ain't do the same thing and act like people sitting around talking in the barbershop was illegal to do.
Well, that's the same boy. That's the same boy that tried to trademark Taco Tuesday. Like that ain't been a thing for like decades.
Like he's Mexican. Like, yo, what about the Mexicans?
Yo,
he gonna trademark Cinco de Mayo.
Yo,
I saw a meme too. I don't know if it's true. But Cinco de Mayo is supposed to fall on a Taco Tuesday this year.
Oh, it's gonna be lit.
Oh man,
LeBron gonna be on offended Mexicans.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Double rainbow.
Everybody watching and listening, I've already trademarked. She gave me a reach around. Just letting y'all know that.
Oh man.
So y'all can't use that.
And I trademark hit it from the back. So pour pay up.
You can't even do that.
Cut my checks.
Yeah, man, you out of control for that, man. It's been a lot of craziness going on since we did this last show, man, and it's a couple topics I gotta interject here and get you brothers' opinion on, man. And I'm not even gonna start. I'm not even gonna start with McDonald's giving IG models ad money.
Filter.
First off,
I picked one that looked like she liked to eat quarter pounders too.
Yeah, she does, right?
Jimmy, I believe they're called McThoughts. If you go to say it, you gotta.
This ain't had nothing to do with like thoughtin'. They wanted somebody that was going to influence.
Yeah.
Yo, first off,
put a link in their bio.
Yo, first off, I just want to say R.I.P. Pop Smoke. But did y'all see the boy that went on his page? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Yo, the boy went on his page.
I ain't never heard a dude till he died.
Yeah. Well, I know the tissue tape boys there.
Tissue tape in the game no more, as y'all are.
Even though we got my man looking like Big Blood Almighty over there.
Yo,
I'm still mad that
one blood, Chief.
In these modern times, you got rappers from New York calling themselves Pop Smoke, but.
Listen, man, Pop Smoke was the king of New York, the current king of New York. But anyway,
don't do it, man.
I said current, man.
Okay.
He was the current king of New York, and
greatest rapper of all time died on whatever day he died on.
Right,
March 9th.
No,
you talking about the new king of New York? The new king.
I don't know his date. Last week,
Monday.
I mean, cannabis immortalized that. But anyway, listen, man. So after the untimely, or should I say the murder, because it looked like it's an execution at this point.
Social media murder too.
Some gentleman out there went on there like, saying he ain't want no smoke, for lack of a better term, because all he did was give up the Addy, which is kind of admitting.
Yo, that's so weird, man. Yeah,
that's so 2020.
So
this dude
2020
went on social media and told people basically I'm an accessory to murder.
Yeah.
What? I don't get it, man.
Even if you lying and you just clout chasing. Still, why would you invite that kind of
Why would you chase that clout?
Because
now you're gonna be getting interviewed.
Or worse.
Vlad put the call in already.
Oh,
Vlad the detective.
He was in Vlad office when he said it. He was just that's where he recorded it at.
Yeah, man.
Weird, man.
I just don't. What's the benefit of it though? Like, I don't understand how you. What's the advantage of you?
We're talking about it right now.
I mean, even if it was already a rumor and people were saying that, and he went on there to address it, it's like still like you don't understand the seriousness of that. Like that don't need to be addressed.
Yeah,
you about to address that with the boys in blue in a minute.
or the boys in blue.
Yeah.
Either way, it could be. Yeah, I don't know which one is worse.
Phil.
Boys,
I see what you did right there, Phil. That was
don't
a bar.
Ask me how though.
That was a bar. That's a bar. But here's the thing though, man. There's so many things that happened that's so 2020, man. All-Star game happened, right? I was kind of disappointed in the youngin' Devin Booker. I want him to go out there and like just let his hands go, which he didn't.
He let his attitude go. He was mad the whole time.
But he's always mad though.
He didn't do shit.
You know what I'm saying? But he let his hands go in another
that oblong haircut.
He let his hands go in another way, man. Y'all see my man cut holes in his jacket to make sure everybody sees his watch as he walks around.
Devin Scissorhands.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
You rich, man.
That's so 2020.
We know you got nice things. Like you rich. Yo, like that's something a poor dude would do. They got something or real or fake.
Yeah.
They wanted to show it off. Like that kind of ignorant stunting ain't new, but he definitely found a unique way to do it. Yeah. Like poor dudes trying to stunt back in the day, they not cutting a hole in their jacket because
No, they wearing two rollies though on the same wrist.
They only got one nice jacket, so they're not cutting a hole in it.
And to be honest with you, I mean, I know he probably doesn't walk outside much. He lives in Phoenix too, but man, I know he was in Chicago. I know for that couple seconds he was outside. I know that wind was whipping through that little.
My man,
9 degrees All-Star weekend, yo.
You said they wear two rollies.
Ice.
Yeah. Yeah, big timer style. They used to wear two rollies.
Yeah, go to the rollie store with the rollie on.
I guess that's his rationale though. Like he does live in Phoenix, so it's probably my only winter jacket. I don't really need it. And when I do rock it, I can just wear my nice watch.
Yo, did anybody like speak to Bo about that? Like you gotta have some big homies or something that be like,
that ain't it, man.
First of all, you're gonna do something that's stupid. You gotta play better. In the game that you cried to get into, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he only got in it because my dude had a backiotomy.
Even with the 3-point contest, he only got in that because of the backiotomy.
But he was going to tantrum in the first round for that though. He was going to tantrum. He was like, "I'm not coming since I'm not in the game," because he was originally in it and then he backed out.
But he said that like people were going to be like, "Okay, oh, Dev, you not coming?"
Yeah.
Yeah. No. If you're not in Arizona, nobody's like really like, yo, I got to see what Devin Booker did tonight. Like, it's not. He's not that. I mean, he's a talented dude, but nobody's checking for him like that. Like, I think I even though I gave Trey all types of difficult times, he's still not better than Steph. But he's already passed Devin Booker in terms of like popularity and everything. I don't know if he's necessarily a better player, but he's passed them as far as status in the league.
This was Devin Booker's opportunity to become a household name.
Yeah,
per se. But
he had the one little dunk that was cool. He was like, okay, and then it was curtains after that.
I mean, oftentimes new people get into the All-Star game. New people get into the All-Star game and they look like they really don't, belong there.
Yeah.
But
I got a question.
You can't cry about it and then look like that.
I got a question since we got the tissue to tape brothers here, man. What did y'all think about the All-Star festivities, specifically Common with the freestyle intros?
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I think Chicago represented. It was actually the best intro I've seen.
Yeah.
Yo, the only thing I said I would have did different, and me and Vod talked about this on the tape, that I think it could have made it dope. If he wanted to do it, if they had Lupe there, and Lupe did, and they went back and forth. So like Lupe did one artist. One
did gun
player.
it out though. I thought somebody was gonna come do the other two.
Yeah, Dev kept saying Chance is gonna do it because
I
got you with the Lupe. Although the problem with Lupe versus Chance is half of the crowd would have been like, "Who's that?"
True.
They half of the crowd was still saying, "Who is this dude?" Like They was like the acting dude. He got he started to get to that point.
So if that's the case with Common, what you think they would have did with Lupe?
They would have just landed his spaceship on
half
top
of the people watching this episode right now. I'm like, who the hell is Lupe?
Yeah. Jim, they could have just landed his spaceship on top of the building and have him perform murals and then leave.
Yeah.
Go back under his hole,
under
his rock.
Yo, if they would have performed murals while they were showing like an actual mural of like different legends of Chicago, or like had like one of them fast ass painting dudes that painted, that paint at like halftime.
All right, so you're going too far. You're going too far now, cuz.
Don't ask me how, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, but peep this though. Speaking of keeping it within the theme of That's So 2020, man. It was a story that came out about a single father who was raising his son. Son was 10 months old. So the biological mother, she disappeared like from birth. So he was taking care of his 10-month-old son. I'm like, damn, this is a crazy story. Found out the kid wasn't even his. They found out who the real biological father was, and he came in, got his son. So it was like a sad story because the boy was like,
guess you got to commend that brother too for coming to,
No, absolutely. She smashed out 2 responsible brothers because it didn't bounce. But it's not even about her, man. Yo,
responsible thoughting.
So I'm reading this and I'm like feeling sorry for the boy and all that. Then I realized like, yo,
sacred thought.
My man posted on IG a picture of him crying. Like he had the one Denzel Glory tear and like took the selfie and posted it to tell the story.
You know what he was probably trying to bank on?
Sympathy.
he was trying to get a GoFundMe. People just throw money at anything these days.
All that money. He's trying to get his money back.
Okay.
He was hoping somebody
that 10 months of Pampers.
GoFundMe out there.
I'm getting his 10 months of Pampers back.
Yeah, I'm about to tell somebody I've been doing all these podcasts with using my phone and see if somebody get me a new laptop.
Fund you for a laptop, and then you get like $60,000 more than the $2,000 you needed.
Yeah, man.
2020.
About me.
Strippers
Bought
fall
me a goddamn
off poles.
Apple store.
Give her money.
Yeah.
She did fall hard though.
And she soldiered it out. She was on her Beyonce. She was a professional.
She's a legend. Mm-hmm. She's definitely a legend. But
she had all kinds of broken everythings, and she still twerked it out for you on the floor with a broken jaw, chin bleeding, ankle twisted.
The funny thing about like GoFundMe to me is the only joints I be thinking about contributing to is the ones that where it's absolutely madness and there's no reason, but they creative in what they say. Like, yo, I saw one boy say like, yo, a GoFundMe so I can go like slap box somebody in a different city. Like stuff like that makes me laugh.
Because you want to see that ratchet. You want to see boy pull up.
No, so I'm like,
you pull up and slap box somebody.
People got the nerve to ask for something that's so ridiculous. I be like, yo, I should. Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of creativity there. So, but like,
man,
even Shorty got to GoFundMe for getting bullied. The little. I can't say that. Can I?
Little homie.
Whoa there.
Yeah.
Little
Papa Smurf.
Safe space. Man. This is a safe space, man. I'm gonna say words.
Yeah.
Audience, I'm gonna say words that have always been said.
I'm gonna say
all of a sudden in 2020 you can't say them anymore. So if they slip out, man.
Midget, I said it. Fight me.
little midget dwarf.
But hold up though.
Hey, no, because people call me that. Oh no, man, fuck that.
They calling me that.
They called him that.
Now it's not cool, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Now you can't say it.
Yeah, man. I had to fight Jason that was like 5'11" in the 6th grade because of shit like that. Nah, man, we getting this off. Go ahead, Dad.
So yeah, little Australian boy, 9 years old. He was getting bullied, of course.
Plus 10.
2020 is instead of consoling Shorty, mom had the camera dead on him while he's crying, talking about wanting to kill himself.
What was the money going to do?
I don't know. I think they used it to go to Disney World or something like that.
Yeah, it was Disney.
But
and he was on Virgil. He was on $1 Million Man, the bully too. He was on stuff his mouth with $100 bills or whatever they
right, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Gooch get at you, and we throw money at the problem. Like the Gooch ain't gonna stop.
Yeah,
because we gave you money.
Even if there is a Gooch.
That's you just made him a bigger target. Now they gonna be running his pockets instead of just calling him names. So
rabbit ears.
Yo, strippers fall off poles.
How much did the boy get?
I don't know because he got he got some celebrities involved. I think he got something crazy like 300K or something like that.
300K. So
Don't
he can go
me,
to the
he can go to the one Magic celebrity, Kingdom. The little midget boy, the celebrity boy. I forgot his name. Might have been the comedian.
There's only like 1 or 2 working at any given time.
Is it well, Vern Troyer is no longer with us.
It's Vern Troyer. Vern Troyer, and then it became Tyrion. Tyrion's a new one, right?
One of them boys helped him get like 25K all by himself.
Damn.
So yeah, the celebrity's been raising money.
And then you got Wee Man from Jackass.
You get Jackass. They still film that, or is he out of work?
I thought they always dead at this point.
They should be.
I seen him on IG chasing people in Walmart like he was dressed up like Chucky, chasing people in Walmart.
Yo, I'd punt him so quick, man.
In the black community, GoFundMe is usually just like a life insurance plan. You need some money for this burial.
Yeah, you already got to be gone.
Then you go to
enjoy it.
Then you give. You see, they get 60 grand. You go to the funeral. The funeral will be cheap as hell.
Yeah, at least
my man being a Nike
you get some good food out of it. The fish fry was fire. Like, I mean, I still think it was ridiculous that
fish fry was the original GoFundMe.
Yeah, that we didn't have insurance, but at the same time, at least with the fish fry, you get some, some fire food.
Yeah, you get something out of it. People got to work a little bit for the money.
You got to hire Maul. That's why you got to make sure.
Dog. Maul got the best. Maul makes the best fish in the country, man. To the point where
nobody out there know who Maul is.
Nobody know who Maul is, but just know that Maul got.
If you know. If you know,
Maul got opioids in his fish, man.
He got told Maul, man. Like, if the family ever fall on hard times, man.
Yeah.
Take your fryer around.
Maul got the Cleggett. He got the Dr. Cleggett recipe, man.
Food truck from his car.
What kind of fish though? Flounder, white.
It don't even matter.
I never even asked.
For
those fish Maul be making. Whiting. That's hood fish fry.
That's it.
Hey, Vi, it really did. It could have been the 3-eyed fish from The Simpsons, yo. That shit was fire.
Dog, all I'm saying
whiting, blacking, I don't give a shit.
Yellowing, oranging, greening.
Blacking.
For anybody that's seen The Pharmacist, man, just know that he got that Dr. Cleggett in his fish, man.
Maul got that Dr. Cleggett.
Yo, straight up, man. That Dr. Cleggett is fire, man. Yo, speaking of Netflix real quick, because The Pharmacist, Netflix is bodying the reality TV show, John. I went through the Love is Blind, John, but I peeped this morning. I saw trailer. They bringing back Transformers, the cartoon on Netflix.
No way.
Yes. It's happening, Vi. It's happening.
Bringing back as in filming new episodes or playing the old ones?
Like the old ones.
The old ones.
Let me see. I thought they said it was making new ones too. I don't know. But
man.
Like
I love that, but I would probably find it hard to get into.
I know for a fact I would. I can't watch cartoons. It's hard for me to watch cartoons. Period.
No,
I would watch the old ones just to show the young boy.
No,
but as much as we rave about stuff, I go back and watch stuff and like, yo, this is cool.
No, that joint is still all that, man. Yeah. I don't care, man.
I tried to watch Thundercats in college, and
terrible.
It was a little difficult.
Yeah,
Thundercats doesn't hold up. Voltron still holds up. We watched that.
This is new stuff, yo. This ain't the old one. They got the new. This new.
So that's what I'm saying. They're gonna be having new characters.
Same characters.
I need Jazz and Ironhide and
Yeah, Dev naming them C-list characters.
I know. See, I go to the Optimus Primes and the Bumblebees. I need Jazz, Ironhide.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. That's like none of y'all better on the Locks album, man. You got that's a deep album cut, man.
I need me Grimlock.
Yeah, them dudes.
Grimlock was their work, man. They start fighting each other.
My question is, why they automatically just make the dinosaurs like sound dumb? Like, why they didn't have intelligence?
Because dinosaurs, they just assume.
I ain't like that.
Why you assume dinosaurs dumb though? If dinosaurs if dinosaurs really existed, I mean,
they said that dinosaurs didn't have any ancestors, any history to go off of. So how could they be smart?
And they did.
Cam said they're not real anyway. So
even though we've never seen one in our lives, they say they had little brains. So I guess they playing off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, man.
He could have spoke better English though. Especially if the show's for kids. I mean, we probably run around talking about Grimlock. Like
they even had dumb names, yo. Like Grimlock sound like he's not intelligent, yo.
Yeah, Grimlock.
He sound like he got 30 chromosomes.
Yo, y'all disrespecting dinosaurs, man. Dinosaurs could have been intelligent, man.
He got 30 energized cubes.
Oh, man.
Yo, man.
Hey, Jim. Hey, because I know you're a comic book dude. They got Transformers versus the Terminator, yo. Comic book, new graphic novel.
Oh, that's a interesting stretch.
Yeah, no, the cover and the little synopsis joint. I'm gonna send it to you. That joint looks like it might be fire.
Yo, that's crazy, man. But Transformers, man, I want to see because they're calling it the new one Transformers anime.
Yeah.
So like, what's in? So when you talk about anime, right? I'm not a big anime guy.
Talking about getting yams.
Come on,
I'm just saying. No, I wonder if anything.
Anime?
That's the difference between cartoons and anime. Anime gets yams.
All right, that's what I was going. That's where I was going with it. Like, is there like a distinctive difference between?
And people get their muffin cap peeled back. So
so it's gonna be some death in this.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be like the old G.I. Joe where you have people in gunfights and like they shoot planes down and you see somebody in a parachute because nobody can ever die.
Nobody died.
Yeah.
Transformers before the movie, like the movie was the first time they started murking characters.
Yeah.
And you start to know.
I was in that joint balling.
Yeah, if you watch Netflix, Phil, you probably did the Toys That Made Us.
Oh, yeah,
they explained to you why they did that because they were trying to move on to the next generation of toys. So they start murking cats in the movie, whereas in the show,
so they can sell new toys.
You get shot.
But I'll tell you one thing about that movie, dog.
Yeah, Joe, they ain't had no aim.
Like Transformers, the movie was a big deal. I remember that. And like, yo, how you make it that depressing when you know a bunch of kids are going to go see it? And that John was like straight sad.
And it wasn't even at the end. They murked Optimus Prime early.
Like 15 minutes in.
Out of there. Like,
you got the touch.
Feel about the cry.
They hit him with the West Side Gun, yo, man. They was like,
all right.
Megatron coming, nigga.
Yo, yeah, like, come on, man. Megatron, Galvatron.
The young boy Pop, Spike's Pop cursed in that movie.
Yeah, man.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He said, if you got that at home, he said something. I think
he said, you can't take this shit no more or something like that.
No, I think he just said like, oh shit, something like that.
Yeah, that's what he said when they was landing. He was like, oh shit.
Because I think he was looking and Unicron was still.
Oh man,
it was something. Just I got the joint at home, so if y'all got it, I'll go look and tell you exactly where in the movie it is, so you ain't got to scan the whole thing if you don't feel like it. No, man.
That the first time I ever posted it, I never forget. It was for Transformers when Optimus Prime turned gray. Oh
damn, dog, that was a sad day, man. Like, yo, how you gonna put that out there, man?
Yeah, they big brothered him, Jim.
They hit him with the big brother joint. They kick you out the crib.
They kick you out the house. Yo, gray your photo out.
Yo, man, you shouldn't have been doing that to 5 and 6 year olds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they had a lot of cojones to do that. Like
how you lose your paint job.
They like, we need a way to show you that the robot has died.
Yo, and he crumbled too. It was quick. Like man, I was like, man, rigor mortis on Autobot setting quick.
He definitely died like a human. Like,
but yo, is it me or like in retrospect, looking at that, all the fire Transformers were the bad guys? Like,
oh yeah.
Trash Transformers.
Although
because they a lot of them were jets. So
they still never explained how Megatron was the biggest, but then he turned it to a gun, and then the other Decepticons could shoot him.
Yeah.
But he was the biggest one.
That's a big ass. Like how you shrink when you transform.
He should have had one of them battle rap guns, like the ones they always said
my gun's so big.
Yeah.
Only exist in battle rap.
My gun's so big.
My gun's so big. It's next door, nigga.
Shout out to Soundwave though, because he was right along with the times. My man was a boombox, yo.
Yeah,
man.
Hip hop is everything. Everything is hip hop.
He had tapes jumping out his chest like rabbit.
Yo,
that was probably my favorite
put me
one.
In your box if the shit eats tapes.
Oh yeah.
Who was the tapes? What was the tape name?
Ravish,
yeah. And Rumble. Ravish and Rumble.
Yeah.
That sound like a Mobb Deep album.
Ravish and Rumble.
Ravish and Rumble.
Yeah, they little pistol started.
I was listening to Mobb Deep yesterday, cuz at this point, Mobb Deep was like, It's comical because Prodigy
toughest 4'6" balls ever.
Yo, Prodigy talks so tough that I just like laugh now. Like before, it used to be like, "Oh, that's hard." Now it's like it's comical.
You kind of gotta laugh when somebody talked that tough and died choking on an egg. Come on, Prodigy.
Stop, too soon.
No, it's not. I'm not even this. I'm disappointed. Like
Devin,
you my man. You can't go out like that. Somebody say, "Yo, Prodigy got caught up in a robbery, a shooting, or something." You be like,
you need to get rocked in your face and have your brain stabbed with your nose bone.
Right, like Prodigy was in a rumble, got beat to death because he's 4'5". Like you understand that?
That's the way it happens, though, man. I know some dudes who were stone cold killers and they died like in a car accident. They got hit
off a curb and hit their head.
Like something. Died like Cochise. You slip.
Look at Omar.
Cochise was in a rumble. At least he was running from a rumble.
Omar got shot by like a little mini super predator, like a little mini him.
Yeah, that's true too. But
yeah, man, it always be the Benny Blanco boys, man.
The way power to Prodigy, man.
The way Cochise died was still nutty to me, man.
Oh man, hey man, he snapped his neck on the train track. Spoiler alert, man.
A spoiler alert.
40 years later.
we got female fans. Wait, hold up. We can't say female no more either, can we?
Nah, you get your pronouns up, cuz.
2020 trash.
Up your pronouns up.
Anyway, we got female fans. We gonna talk about Barbie or nah? Nah.
No.
I don't know enough, man.
Yo, back to the thing though. That's so 2020, man.
I had a bar already, but they would shut this whole internet down.
Yo, that's
you had an unsafe bar.
Oh yeah, there's no space safe for what I was about to say.
Yo, that's so 2020 again, man, right? And this is somewhat sports related, but it isn't like it's about Stephon Diggs. So he's in a beef with the Vikings. I guess he wants some more bread to be traded, or whatever he wants.
He acted like a Barbie.
So he took the time to go through his IG account and remove everything that was Viking related. That's so 2020.
Which is his entire life,
right?
Pretty much. Like,
yo, that is so 2020. Like. I'm still amazed at how IG has affected culture because, like I said, there's been so many other social media sites. So somehow they hit on something where they affected culture, where that's the place to go to make statements now.
Yeah.
Even if you're Patrick Patterson making like stupid statements, that's where you go. But
okay, bitch.
Who are you? Who are you, Patrick Patterson?
Yo, Snoop Dogg making his statement. Like everybody, IG is the place where you go to make statements. But I find it interesting. This is where you find out that, you know, people have broke up with their significant other, with their team.
Yeah,
like
their team.
I've seen chicks like who've been in relationships for like 10 years literally take the time to go through all their pics and remove like yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
too much.
Relationships you had coming up as a young boy, right?
Look, and they still got the pictures up in their crib. They still got the pictures up in their crib, but they did it on IG first.
But I think you're playing yourself anyway if you just got a boyfriend
delete that
or
ring
a
from your
girlfriend
finger
and you putting all that stuff on your page in the first place.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that's official.
Yeah,
man.
You won't have to go back and do all of that stuff. You get a divorce, I understand.
But that's actually a thing too.
I've
heard people say, like, I've heard the youngins say, like, yo, but is the IG official? Like you can mess with somebody, but your relationship takes another step when you post them on your IG.
Right.
Yeah, that's like you saw Grownish. Remember that made it, you saw that episode?
Yeah, I forgot I was even on there. Yeah.
But hey Jimmy, did Stephon Diggs? Yeah, she do. Did Stephon Diggs? Did he Photoshop his jerseys, his Vikings jerseys? So now he got like the Madden joint when you on a free agent.
Your number 8, whatever his number is.
He got the no frills jersey, yo.
So I'm sure Jimmy mentioned this. I forgot. It's been a minute since we've been on here, so I don't know if we never got to talk about that. So we can do it briefly since it's way past in the news cycle, but Snoop's 2020 moment where, you know, the whole Gayle King, Lisa Leslie, Kobe Bryant questioning.
He was going to kick her phone.
Where he just, you know, jumps onto social media to vent and give his thoughts on it and got a little disrespectful in the process, threatening Gayle King and calling her all kinds of
funky
stuff
Doghead.
outside her name, called her a funky Doghead bitch.
I mean,
so we're going to come get you. I thought he was out of line from the door. There's a lot of people defending him on that.
Yeah, no, that's not.
I thought he was out of line. Like for me, it was like if Gayle King is my mom or she's my auntie or something like that. The fact that she doubled down, like I don't even get mad that she asked the question, but after Lisa Leslie shut it down, you don't have to double down on it and keep pressing.
How would
for
you
an
know
answer,
that?
right?
How would you know?
Yeah.
So Right. So for me, if she's my aunt, she's my mom or something like that, when she gets home, I'm going to check her about that interview. Like, yeah, you didn't have to press the issue. This is why people are mad at you. But then when I see the Snoop thing and she's my auntie, I'm going to have to go put hands on Snoop.
Yeah.
Like, he took it too far. What's up, youngin? He took it way too far.
Nephew.
With the disrespect. No matter what you think of Gail and Oprah at this point, because, you know, they got some suspect behavior, but he was out of line. That's
I mean, it's just for me, it's just a thing where it's possible for both people to be wrong.
Right.
And we live in a culture now where everybody has to. Yo, you got to choose a side, dog. Like,
choose a side.
Two negatives equal likes.
Yo, like my man, Dr. Sundiata always say, man, it's nuanced, right?
It's nuanced.
That's his phrase. It's nuanced, man, and things are nuanced. Both people can be wrong. Right. But you know, to his credit, or maybe because he got the message, he said his mom told him he apologized. And like I always say, Snoop won in this. Like
he used the Jay-Z excuse.
Yo, Snoop won.
My mom told me
Snoop won. Listen, sometimes moms gotta check you. Like Snoop won both ways. When he went in, everybody was like, "Oh, Snoop, that's right, sticking up for Kobe." Then when he apologized, oh man, you know what it takes a man to apologize. Growth. But you just applauded him.
You applauded him for calling this woman a funky dog at it.
Yeah, so you owe an apology too.
Yeah. But, you know, that takes it even farther. That's so 2020. You do something and you sit there, you know you're doing it, and then the apology comes the day after because you kind of know in today's society, as long as I apologize in less than a week,
sometimes I think they already got the apology already pre-planned. Like, all right, I'm going to say this. Yeah. And then 2 days later, after, depending on how they react, I'm going to either double down on it or
you're saying the apology is a rollout?
Oh, yeah. Because he definitely got something. Cause he got his little commercial with Martha Stewart.
Yeah, Tostitos, Frito-Lay was like, "Yo, dog, yo."
Yeah.
We like it.
We still gonna sling these. We still gonna sling these chips.
These funky dog-headed chips.
That's the name of the brand, funky dog-headed chips.
Funky dog-headed chips.
Yo, that's probably the name of his artisan beer.
Yo, but it's just interesting, man, because again, and we talk a lot about this on the show, how IG's affected culture. People don't think they grab their phone and just talk, man, and that's so 2020 moment of this past week, when D Wade, did a talk show talking about his daughter, and that his daughter.
I addressed it on Ellen.
Yeah, his daughter knew. His daughter knew at 3. My man Boosie, I don't know who gave him the information, but somebody gave him some bad information. And Boosie jumped right to his phone. My man Boosie, that's why I mess with Boosie. When he got something on his mind, he don't care.
Man was sitting in a food court somewhere.
He was in a food court in the mall. He went right on live.
And Moe's Southwestern Grill or something.
D-Wade, don't cut off the boy's penis. Like, and D-Wade never said nothing about that.
Like, who said he was going?
Yo,
and you know what, Jim? I tried to think about it. I was like, maybe Boosie just using, you know what I mean? Maybe that's just a metaphor.
The logical next step.
Just saying that the fact that they're letting him be called a girl, but then I was like, it's Boosie. That ain't no metaphor.
Yo, then I'm like, well, maybe Boosie knows something we don't know. Like maybe he got like
really thinks that they're gonna cut off that boy.
But then I'm like, yo, this is 2020, so somebody probably hit him up like, yo, you hear that?
Yeah, you know.
And instead of him like vetting it or checking it, like we do, again, what we talking about before we even got on the show, Vi, like we see headlines. We run with the headline.
That's it.
Instead of reading.
Well, Jim, to be fair, his response and the way he did it was 2020. The message, I think Jimmy in the Matrix too. The message and how that gets distorted, that's not 2020. Jim, I don't know if you remember back in the day, Ivy Leaf days, we were like in French class or something, and they tested that theory. So you had one message and you whispered it to the next student, and by the time it got to the last person, yo, it was like pit bulls wear Air Jordans. It had nothing to do with that.
I love the first message was like, "Hi, how are you?" By the time it got to the end of the room, it was like, "Do cyborgs have mantles?"
Shout out to Chuck, you know.
Yeah, that's the telephone game.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It's crazy. So somebody went to Boosie, and they probably didn't even say that, but Boosie just,
The sad thing is, all of the information is really available for you. It's just a matter of are you going to take the time out?
Well, hold on, Bob.
Google might be the greatest invention of all time. And
but doesn't it bother you when someone asks
this tech episode that we keep teasing? We will talk Google.
Doesn't it bother you when someone asks you a question they can Google?
Yeah. It bothers me when people argue on something adamantly when all they have to do is Google.
Yeah. He did not average 25 a game.
Google it. Like,
he did not average 25 a game. Like, yo, the stats is right there, beloved.
When people argue on stats, and then when you show them the stats, like, oh, you went to the internet. Like why
that's why it's there.
Like, exactly.
With Smokey say, it's there for you and me. Yes, I went to the internet to make sure I was right.
Yo, here's the crazy part, right? So it that's a pet peeve. It bothers me when people post.
Frank Gore third on the all-time rushing list, by the way, Joe. Because I went to Google. I went to Google and saw that.
All I'm gonna say is
it
don't matter. The accumulator will be forgotten. So I take solace in that.
He never stop playing. He can't forgive somebody that's still.
We got like 12 minutes left. We will not allow y'all to go off on a tangent. Y'all have taken over at least 4 different podcasts with the same conversation.
That's no, but peep this though, man.
Peep this though.
Tissue in the tape episode, a War Room Sports episode.
But peep this though. I peep this real quick though. I know
was on the couch with it.
When people don't read articles and they'll post about it and they'll comment on just the title, right?
Yeah.
Worse than that though is when cats post something like, "Yo, somebody died and they died like 10 years ago."
Oh man.
Yeah. I did that last week.
Who definitely posted about, cuz?
Oh, I forgot, man.
Yo, Dev re-killed somebody.
They're like, damn, this boy died again? This dude die every 2 years.
How many
but the thing is, Jim, just like you, that's one of my pet peeves, but I flew off the handle with this one.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Sometimes it surprises you. Like, wait, what?
Sometimes you forget.
Sometimes you posted it when it happened, and then the memory come up, and you just repost it, and then other people just post it like it's new.
Yeah,
it might have been
it might have been Metalark Lemon. I think it was Metalark.
Oh yeah, you re-killed him.
Metalark got
Yeah.
Come back you get it.
Yo, is that is
damn,
funny.
Metalark ain't getting ankles no more. But he's been not getting ankles.
Yo, but it's interesting to me to now. Like, I make it a point to read the articles, to like do that because it bothers me when other people do it.
Yeah.
You out here reading this shit. You ain't 2020. You ain't 20. You out here
but the Def Jones bother me because they'll post it and then people are going like, "Oh, that's so sad." Like I saw a boy post that Heavy D died. I'm like, dude, Heavy D died before we had Facebook. Like,
I definitely read 97% of the time.
Shout out to Jim because he read below the pay line, yo. Like that's my guy, man.
But peep this.
I hate though. You click on the article and it be long as hell. And you're like, I can't do this right now.
You gotta read
the articles.
Like when the Undefeated want to make like a 30-minute artitle about Allen Iverson's drunken hugs and give him props for being a real man. Like
I hate when you gotta change the page every time.
Yeah, that's on purpose. That's to get you.
To get the ads up. Yeah.
Dev, I did hear that too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you heard that, Ryan? I heard that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I heard that. But yo,
slow news day. Allen Iverson's hugs is what you all should aspire to. Yo, he was drunk as a skunk. Allen Iverson be drunk when he be hugging dudes like that.
He don't remember half.
You just wrote a sentimental art. I saw people commenting on that, talking about, "Oh my God, this almost brought me to tears."
Yeah, like come on.
He was drunk, yo.
I know
we gonna see that later. Like, damn,
we gotta tackle one more thing before we go away from here, man. I just want to say that
to
that last point. That's what 2020. It bothers me when this person that died was like somebody famous, and people be reacting like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh my God, yo, like Michael Jackson died, like he did. I'm like, we don't all know that. That's when it really bothers me, dog. I really saw something about Heavy D. I saw someone post a Heavy D John, like Heavy D just died. I'm like,
damn, we didn't even have, we were
and that was my point. But yo, one thing we got.
Damn, man.
Yo, y'all crazy, cuz.
Waterbed have.
Yeah, Waterbed. Yo, first of all, rest in peace, Heavy D, man, because he don't
have with that dude, man.
He don't get his just due, man. When Heavy
destroyed self-destruction.
When Heavy D jumped out of the Cherokee in self-destruction, I told myself I was gonna buy a Cherokee. I never got to that Cherokee.
Yo, Yo, he made the Cherokee look like the greatest vehicle in the history.
Yeah,
of the
that
Earth,
joint looks
dog.
so that visual was so hard, dog. He jumped out the Cherokee. I was like, ugh.
I heard a brother killed another. It broke my heart.
I was like, I'm getting me a Cherokee, but then I got on Jack car, so
Love
I was
you,
like,
brother.
nah,
Treat him
I
as
used
an
to be
equal.
like that, Jim. I think what it was, we were that young when we used to watch those videos, and by the
They call
time
us
we
animals.
could actually get cars, I don't want that shit.
yeah,
I don't
I
agree
didn't want
with him.
that.
Yo, I
didn't want
thought
that.
my dream car was a Mustang 5.0.
I prove him wrong.
And by the time I got money, oh, that boy.
The right is what you proving them.
Yeah,
That's
that
how I
was
be.
killed.
That's how I be with anything, man. That's why you tell people, listen, man, before you buy something, think about it, because you're gonna want it tomorrow anyway.
You headed for something. Oh, I was in the zone, boy. I'm about to hit the fruit farm parts, yo.
Told y'all I thought I was gonna get a Civic till PJ got in my eardrum.
I'm still trying to get an MPV.
Jim, till PJ got in my eardrum, no Wilder. PJ bust my speakers like, yo, get that Beamer. Fuck, I'm doing. I was trying to get a Sentra last week.
Yo,
your joint be sounding all wild.
Brand new with the sunroof and everything.
The funny thing, if you'd have bought that
I was
Civic back then, you bought that Civic back then, that joint probably still would have been running right now today.
I know. That'd be my kids' car.
Today. You hear me? Today.
Civic today.
Today.
Yo, man.
Yeah,
yes.
that definitely would have been a chase mobile, yo.
So 2020 is out of pocket, man. But one story we gotta talk about before we get out of here, man. It was a story that broke last week where a woman accused a guy of holding her against her will. A young Caucasian. Yo, how you laughing at kidnapping though, B? Let me finish the story. He already laughing. I'm talking about kidnapping.
I mean, he's a kidnapper, but
and
could be a national hero at the same time.
He held her against her will and forced her to watch Roots, right? So she can understand racism.
He's an adjunct professor.
The crazy part about that, Jim, you could do
Iowa.
that to a black person and it would still be the same kind of struggle.
Yeah, it would.
Roots long and shit.
Yo,
come on, man.
Yo,
and was it the original or was it the new?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought originally he took her to a Roots concert because I didn't read. I just saw the headline.
At a hippity hop concert.
Was Dice Raw there or no?
Malik B was there.
Now,
Dice Raw is a legend, by the way, because Dice Raw now got amazing stage plays.
Yeah,
wasn't he holding her daughter as well?
Oh,
I think they said something like when the people came, she and her daughter were sitting there crying. Yeah, dude's out of pocket.
I mean, they need to understand though, don't they?
Yeah, man.
And speaking of that, man,
he could have kidnapped her.
Was out of pocket when they cut off Kunta's foot.
Yeah.
Speaking of that though, Dev and I went to a school, right? We went to a
they held us hostage and made us watch.
We went to a let's say a all black private school when we were younger, right? Shout out to everybody from Ivy Leaf.
Privilege
and power to the people.
Shout out to Ivy Leaf, though.
So hopefully y'all watching this, right? So and
B Johnson went there. B Johnson went there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah,
he did.
Shout out to B Johnson.
Shout out to him. But yo, it's crazy because they used to make us watch Roots every year. But
Scott and Stephen went there too.
Yeah, they all did. Yeah, a lot of people did. But the point is, they used to sit there and make us watch Roots. That was like part of our curriculum on an annual basis. And as an adult, I sit and think about that. Yo, that's like trauma porn.
That's like kidnapping.
Yeah, man, that's
the trauma porn.
It's like, yo, what would and I get it, but then at the same time, I'm thinking like, yo.
I don't know if you remember though. I got kicked out.
Y'all got PTSD.
I got kicked out of class and dragged down the hallway to the principal's office one time while we was watching Roots. Which is not fair. Like, dude, like I've seen this before.
Somebody?
Like I've seen this plenty of times. Like at some point, my attention as a youngster is going to drift away, and I'm going to act an ass.
Yeah,
I thought you was trying to finger bang something.
Shout out to Mr. Allen. Rest in power for strangling me up. Stuff you could do in the 80s. Like, strangle people up.
Dad was walking through the hallway like, yeah.
No, that was during the class trip.
I'm not saying one word, dog. I'm stopping right here because you never know.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. They might get that retroactive suit on. Like,
shout out to Amish country.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Nephew, what's up? Money Max, I see you. What's up?
Oh, good.
What's up, Zach?
Okay, say what's up.
Phil forgot he ain't got no headphones on.
Yeah.
I know. Phil yelling.
Like, what up, man? Speak to me, man. Your Uncle Phil.
Yo, But yeah, man, I just want to know like what you guys think about
Antoine Fisher
forcing people to watch Roots, man. Do you think that's a good thing to do?
But yo, they used to show it on CBS for like 2 or 3 days back in the day. What happened to that? I guess CBS said we don't have to do that anymore.
CBS was like, racism over. That's what they
we've done
said.
enough. Post-racial
Y'all
society.
got a black president, so
right. Obama messed it up.
Y'all got Insecure and y'all got a black president.
Yeah.
Shout
out to me watching like 20 minutes of the NCAA. Oh no, the NAACP awards last night.
Yo, man.
What did it come on? What did it come on?
Every Viacom channel there is.
TV One.
They had it on.
Dad was watching February
MTV.
February Madness.
Something that's in the channels near like the TBS channel.
But yo, speaking of that though, real quick before we bounce.
Shout out to Angela Bassett.
Yeah, because I really got to bounce.
It's an amazing time in television with so many black shows. We need to rank the black shows, the current black shows.
Oh, let's do that
and rank them. That's gonna be fire.
All right,
the one that's currently on.
Currently
on.
One. So all the issues, Insecure, Greenleaf,
Greenleaf.
Greenleaf is fire.
Let's spend the next, the time in between the show, compiling the list, and then we.
Yeah,
I like that.
I might have
TV shows.
I might have to call a cheat code for that one.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh Phil, I realized something too. As much as I think Phil watches, the champ is actually the one, The champ watches everything moving, dog. I come to realize that it ain't Phil.
I be out on these streets now when
Jimmy
I be
was
moving
on
around.
vacation, and I'm sitting here like, Jimmy don't know how to unplug, but he wasn't really. He was just talking to one person. It was him and the champ talking about TV. For like 3 days last week. I'm sitting here because I had to roll out.
Every day I got to like,
why my phone blowing up? Why are they talking so much?
She the podcast and TV champ. Like she really is the champ.
It's not a game though.
Undefeated.
She be never lost.
Yeah.
She be telling me like, you need to catch up because I'm moving forward with or without you. I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? We talking about TV, right?
She be stream. she be stream cheating, huh? Yo, stream cheating ain't cool, man.
Phil in his Macy's dressing room again.
I know.
That's cute.
Hey, Dev, get us out.
No doubt. And again, man.
I got to make sure y'all don't leak my nudes.
Shout out to our brother.
2020.
Shout out to our brother Davis Backwards, man. Got that Super Bowl title. Hey, I got a website to give you when the rings come out. Get you one.
Yeah.
Get you one.
All right.
I don't know if y'all saw Friday night.
All right.
Get you one. See
Get
this?
You one.
Get you one of these. Get you one. State championships of the.
Hey, Dad. Do they got standard definition rings? Can I get them too?
Hey, they do.
Can I get me a standard definition joint?
You can go back and get 95? Some retro joints. I'm gonna send y'all the link later. All right, but anyway, man, we up out here, man. This has been another episode of Safe Space. That's so 2020. If y'all got any topics that y'all would like for us to hit on, hit us up on social media. You can do it at War Room Sports. Y'all tell them where else you can hit us on social media.
At Tissue and the Tape. At Philmatic 365.
At JW the Blueprint.
Yes, sir.
We got more fans than all of us combined. So
hit
us up.
I ain't nobody.
If you got some topics that you'd like us to talk about on Safe Space. Hey, even if you want to be a guest co-host one day, hit us up. We'll vet you, see what it is. I'm not promising you we're gonna say yeah, but we might do that.
Yeah, man. We gotta see how you keep it.
Oh man,
come on, Phil. What you doing?
Yeah, Phil, get out the cage. All right, let's get us out of here, man. Before Phil make this an X-rated show.
I got pants in.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, we out.
Yo, this has been another episode of Safe Space. Sincerity Ain't For Everybody. I'm your boy Dan Mac for Jimmy the Blueprint, Davis Backwards, and Philmatic 65. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
It was a belt. Niggas relax.